Hey guys, so I am in Detroit and with the team working and looking at real estate. So we are at the beautiful Fisher Mansion. All right, my billionaire brother, Hill Harper, bought this monstrosity and it's beautiful. So we're about to do a quick tour of it. Okay. Yes. That's the history for me.
And so I want you to kind of see the beautiful history behind this particular property. This is the Fisher Mansion, you guys.
Yes.
So I'm about to give
What's
it a
up,
go
Charlene?
into it.
So we're going into the Fisher Mansion. Okay. So beautiful. Hey, Cindy. Okay, babe. All right, let's get to it.
Okay.
Put this in here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is the beautiful Cindy, everybody.
Hello, guys.
Okay, so tell us about this again.
This is the family crest with Mr. Harper's paternal and maternal last names of his family and his name and his sons. Their initials.
That is so dope. The floors, are these the original floors?
No.
Okay.
Some of the things in the house are original and some are not.
Okay.
So this was the designer showcase home for the junior leagues for 2018. And so a bunch of designers come in from all over the United States. Each designer gets a room, or sometimes it's two designers get a room, and they do this beautiful remake of the area. And so there's a whole book. I have a book that you guys can take. Tells about the showcase, which gives a lot of history about the home. And so, I mean, I don't know if you want to film the whole time, so I'm going to be telling you some history. So, okay.
Yeah.
So this home was built.
You're doing amazing, by the way.
This kind of stuff I love. This home was built in 1922. It took 1 year to build, but they worked on it 24 hours a day. There were 3 shifts of workers, and they had stadium lights outside, and they have 2 different foremen that made sure everything was done. So it still took a year working 24 hours a day. A lot of the items in here are imported from Europe and other countries. We know the origin of some, but some we don't, but they traveled a lot. And so Miss Fisher would collect the things that she liked. And from what I understand, they had 5 homes. And this was the favorite of all their homes. So there were 7 Fisher brothers.
I wonder were there other homes in like Newport? Do you know?
They had homes in 4 states, which I don't remember offhand. I don't want to say the wrong information, but yeah. So all this was done by artisans, which we don't even have them in the United States anymore. All the carving and the woodwork, it's kind of a lost art. This is. You know the little things the kids play with called the spinners? Those
Yeah,
spinners?
yeah.
So that's how you should remember me.
I totally remember you now, beautiful.
Oh, okay. So I said spinner, I'm like, remember my daddy sang with spinners.
You're right.
So,
Yeah. Motown.
This is those spinners. These are sprockets. This was an actual car part. So they're over 2,000.
Oh, that was a car part?
The little thing is piece which is new to the home. So when you guys come back or have more time, there are pictures of every room when it was first, like in the 20s, like those two show you how the rooms actually looked.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a series of pictures like that with every room. But I want to point out, this is by Ken Day Wiley, the artist that did the Obama's portrait.
Oh, wow.
So all the art you see in this home is original.
Okay.
So we're gonna go this way now. So when the family was here, they had like 6 kids. So this was the formal entrance for the parties. They entertained and had ballroom parties all the time. This was the family entrance. So, which right now has some clothes because we just had a big community sale. So my daughter and I was selling everything. Yep, that's when the family came in, and there were 17. There were 17 staff members. I think there were 2 nannies, there were engineers for the boilers, there were gardeners. Mr. and Mrs. Fisher both had their attendants, and there were teachers. They employed 17 people to keep this house running.
I love it.
Y'all hear that?
I love it.
And this is original, it's just recovered.
Tag Brian.
It was a,
Brian.
Who is
I
that?
tagged you.
She trying to tell us about the picture?
No, that's Mr. Harper and his brother.
Oh, okay.
But this, which I'm gonna turn the light on, this is original, but it's recovered, the fabric. It was a status symbol to have an organ in your home. And so that's why it's here. The workings of the organ are 3 floors from the bottom, the first and second level.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna go this way.
And this art piece is beautiful.
Yep, all this art is original. And there's another piece like this right here in the powder room, which has to be repaired, but it's right in here.
Wow.
So he has a specific taste in artwork.
Yes. Beautiful.
And this is original. There's another original piece in the bathroom, and you see they're all females in here because this is the powder room.
Beautiful.
Yep. So then the ladies had a different restroom than the guys. You didn't put them in the same one. They came in ball gowns, and you know, you just wouldn't put them in the same room. So I'm gonna show you the difference in the ladies and the guys.
Love it.
This is a beautiful piece of artwork too, and there's something special about this. So look at it and try to figure out what's special about it.
What's special about this?
Is she carrying a baby?
I don't know. It's a man.
Oh, it's a man.
Nope, keep guessing.
What y'all think about this art?
I mean, everything you said pointed out.
It looks like something they're holding something.
She might be holding bread or food. There's still something else about it.
Okay.
When you tell us, we're gonna be
Okay, I'm gonna give you a clue.
Okay.
What is it painted on?
Oh, a flag.
Yes.
Oh wow!
It took me so long to even notice that.
Yeah, I noticed the back. I thought it was just the background.
I came
Right
out one
there.
day and I'm like, what is that sticking out here? And I'm like,
But it do look like a man though.
So this is the difference in the ladies' room and the men's room.
So this
was the men's room.
Oh, this is the men's room.
Yeah, we just came out.
We didn't give them very much to work with.
Right, but
Like we do
please
today.
excuse that we had a really. This was the original stove, but he had it refurbished. It took, I think they said 6 men to bring it up out of the basement.
Wow.
And this is his favorite piece in the kitchen. Is that not the new one? This
Mhm.
is wolf.
Wow. Look at the color, Keita.
I know. The red.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what
yes,
you was talking
yes.
about.
Yeah. So what is his overall goal to do with this?
So let's walk and talk.
Okay.
That's original art. So this was supposed to be
The
opened
wine.
as a community museum in 2019. But because of COVID, everything got pushed back. Here's another piece of original art. Of course, this is one of the wine. It's not really a wine cellar, it's a wine cabinet. So this is one of the scenarios here too. We're going to see both of them. So the fishes can come in here and you can eat breakfast, you can bird watch. Just a nice little space. This is one of my favorite rooms, and when my son comes, this is one of his favorite rooms. Well, all 3 of my sons. Because you can't see in here until night. You turn the light on. You can watch the whole world, everything. People come and walk their dogs, walk their children, because it's a nice neighborhood. So you just get to watch everything. And but it's not heated, so you can't use it. I can turn the light on.
Have you guys started having events here yet? So
Mr. Harper's had events here, but I'll show you why he doesn't anymore. I'm always trying to get him to have events here. Marshall, there's a guy down on the corner named Willis Marshall. He's a retired NFL player. He has events all the time. So people are always asking me, because when I first started working here, we did have events.
okay, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, he's kind of timid about the virus, and now he doesn't have the ball isn't big enough for all the art, so we have art now that's not out. So this was the dining room, which their children didn't eat with them, and so it was small. And looking in the kitchen, there are these 2 black beams. There were walls there. One was the room for the kids to eat, and one was probably for the servants to eat. So they removed those walls.
You guys see this texture in here? This is the dining room, Dick. She said
Yeah.
their children
And
didn't eat
this, one of this is real gold leaf. I don't know if it's the top one or something. So like I said, if I send you, if you want to take one of the magazines, it tells you everything about.
When did the Fishers die?
So some of the,
Who's the last one
she
that had the house?
lives, well, a distant cousin had it up until 2017.
Oh, really? And this
It was a Fisher, Michael Fisher. So I'm still in contact with a couple of the Fishers because they'll come by here with their friends just for old time's sake and
Yeah.
memories. So let's keep going.
And
Okay, so they started out making these carriages. But I'll show you a real one upstairs. This is like just fancy. So they started out making carriages for horse-drawn buggies. But then when the car was invented, they started making, like you hear, Fisher body. So that's the actual Fishers. So there were 7 brothers, and like when they got a certain age, the uncles started, they would start working with their uncles. So all 7 of them, 7 ended up working with their uncles, and then they sold the company to GM. But this is what they started out making.
Fisher Theater, they own that too?
Yes. So this is the formal living room to entertain. This is why we don't have events now, because this whole area is now art storage. All this art that has to be assembled and then rotated is here now. So Mr. Harper doesn't want events here now.
Look at this art piece over here. Beautiful. Show me that too.
Create Black Men. Wow. So it was a controversial piece, and if you look, all this tells stories. You can look up there and see the whole thing tells stories. So none of the art galleries in New York would show the piece because they received money from prison wardens.
Wow.
So they didn't want to showcase a piece that would upset them, and they would not give them money. So he drove all the way here. He drove it here from New York and gifted it to Mr. Harper.
So this whole thing basically explains the prison system
Yeah,
and
it
its
talks about
inequality
it.
for black men.
Yep,
That's powerful. Why does that say white?
because that's an actual door from segregation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's really another art piece.
Yes.
There's no door. That's not a room.
It's an elevator.
Oh.
The Fishers, when they got older and couldn't do all the stairs, they had an elevator put in.
Wow.
So there are 3 pieces of art that are nudes, and then there are 3 hands in here.
Beautiful.
I love a good piece of artwork.
Okay, girls, come on, we're heading upstairs. So I had to put most of the lights on so I had to save time. So this is of course another original piece of art. This Fisher was about Catholic. So this is being redone, but this was her chapel. If you go in, you can see the stained glass window. Oh wow. So this was her chapel, and this was actually this is how the room looked.
Oh, wow.
This was Mr. Fisher's office, and then her chapel was there.
So this was his office here.
This is the picture.
Got it. So
Yeah.
this was Mr. Fisher's office.
One of them.
But her prayer
Yeah,
room
her
was right
chapel.
here.
That's her chapel.
She was an about Catholic.
We got stained glass window in it.
Oh, yeah. So this is the original carriage that they started making.
So this is the original carriage right here that they started making. That's awesome. Did they have the F on it? Whoa.
Wow. This room where the beams are, this would have been 3 rooms. These would have been the children's rooms. But the walls, the walls were removed so they could custom build this, which is called the ship. Which this side is all cabinets. If you come on this side, this is the refrigerator, freezer, stove, microwave, cabinets, but everything is just in this one space. Mr. Harper Hill.
She said the refrigerator, freezer, stove, all of this is right
The
here.
general living space, like, you know, he has lived here before, and we were all.
That's what I want,
together
Samara.
for quite a while. So this is where we ate dinner.
Hide my
We
refrigerator.
all ate dinner together, but the other meals.
Hide my
or
refrigerator.
whatever. So this is living room, dining room. This is another office. I really like to have things in the fridge like you do. And this is an elevator. That will work if they just have a service.
That's the elevator that the Fishers that had built as they got older. So they end up, when they died, they still lived in this house.
Miss Fisher, yeah, Mr. Fisher died maybe 7 or 8 years before she did, but yeah, she lived in here. And so the house next door is Briggs Estate, which was owned by the guy who owned Tiger Stadium. His name is Briggs. Remember, he used to be called Briggs Stadium. So he's actually sold,
Wait, is that Wrigley's gum too? Oh, okay.
but you never know.
You never know, I know, right?
So this is the guest room, guest bathroom, which will be closed off for the art, and all
Look at that.
all of the toilets.
I saw that.
They just open, and then if you listen, when you stand by them, they open. It's touchless.
I
But
need
if
to
you
wait.
listen
I
for a
need to get
minute,
Listen.
yeah,
I'm
you
about to get
program
this
the
toilet.
type of
What
music
is
that
Listen.
you
Can't you
want.
take a picture and we can find that toilet?
That
It's
is.
a touch.
It's a touch toilet? Okay.
Touchless toilet. And then you can program over here for your bidet. The force you want it, if you want it in the front or the back, if you want to clean the toilet, if you want to dry your bottom.
Yes,
Woo!
Lord. I need to get one of them in my
That's
house.
next level.
I don't like face though. Oh, okay. I can do that one.
That's super dope.
So this is the master bedroom.
Oh, this is the master.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the shower is one of the highlights of the master bedroom.
Whoa, gorgeous. Obviously, all this
This marble.
Yeah, I'm here for
They
it.
in the marble, Dr. Joe. You see this?
Jeez.
This is one slab they split and put together.
That's gorgeous.
I love this tub.
This is beautiful.
This is how they book in the marble.
And
Right.
you can get a,
This marble pattern is
Okay.
dope.
She wants us to look here. Look at this.
yeah, view of the yard before we keep going. 'Cause I got a few more minutes.
She only got a few more minutes, guys, so we gotta.
Yeah, so that's just a view of the yard.
I like the shutters.
I like how they, what is that over there? Oh, that's another mansion right there.
Well, that's the carriage house, so that's the carriages or cars are parked at the bottom. That's the renter. He's a fabulous guy. They rent the apartment upstairs, 2-bedroom apartment.
Got it.
And so the toilet is on the other side of the wall for privacy right here.
So the Fishers, they own that carriage house.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's a white toilet, the same as the black one.
Live in that carriage house over there. Okay, guys, we gotta keep moving.
We behind you.
So this floor was removed. This was the floor to hang this, they removed the floor. That's why that bookcase is just floating. Y'all see this bookcase? That's why it's just floating.
This floor was removed.
Right.
So they could hang the chandelier and put the bookcase up there.
Well, the bookcase was out there. Oh, that floor there.
It was a floor there.
So the floor is down, so now she's.
Right, so it just looks like it's a
Wow.
floating bookcase. So this is 1 bedroom. Of course, none of them right now. This is the bedroom. And that other bathroom is just the bathroom.
Oh, so this was Miss Fisher's bedroom.
And that was her sitting room. The room
And that was her sitting room right there. Got it.
And I call this the biggest medicine cabinet in the world. And
This is how big it is.
I said you could put all your hair care products in there.
I'm your Madam CJ Walker product.
I don't have that many, but my 2 daughters, oh my God. So this is separate shower, from the bathtub. This is,
Let me turn off the lights.
I'll get them, I'll get that. This is when the Pierce used when they were here.
Look at that artwork.
Yep, and both pieces are original.
Shamira.
This is his bathroom. It has
I like this.
freestanding shower.
So this is bedroom.
The 4-year-olds.
Oh, so cute.
So this is a freestanding shower, like, you know, in a lot of the
This is what I want. A
other
tub and a
countries.
shower. combo.
Yeah, but you see this shower is just open and just drains.
This is what I
Lot
want.
of
Go
countries
take a
do
picture of that video. It's gonna be bigger, but that's what the combo.
So this was and that was just a bathroom. That's another beautiful shower. It reminds me of being outside in the fields in the summer.
Listen, they figured out how to do these showers.
Same type.
Automation.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
So we have a whole nother floor, so that's why I'm
Okay, yeah. Ladies, come on, we're going up.
some of the designers, this one was one.
Did you get a video of my shower?
I like colors. So the designers that did this room, this is what she did.
can't do the
This one
switch.
would have been a servant's room, but right now, the house isn't being used, so.
Right.
But it will, there'll be a day bed here because of the shape of the room. There was a bed in here, but there's gonna be a day bed here, so it'll be a guest room.
The towel
All right, up to the next floor.
so pretty cool towel in there.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is actually the guest bedroom for when guests come. Office. Yep, and he had a bathroom in his office. So this, yeah, so I'm about to explain this. One of the designers, all she had was, okay, one of the designers, all she had was a hall. So this is what she did to her hall.
She did that.
She did it. She blinged it. So this window treatment, this light fixture.
Let's go, Keita.
If you look, there are 3 different wallpapers, but it doesn't look tacky. There are 3 different wallpapers. And which way are we gonna go? So if you walk this way, I don't want to get in there.
Okay.
No, I don't want you to walk, so I can.
Give me walk? Okay.
Yeah, walk
I'm just
forward.
gonna- Can I?
We're gonna
Oh,
come
you gonna come back
back.
to it? Okay.
And look to the left. There's a sitting area.
Oh,
You
cute.
can sit here and watch the birds and eat or read.
Oh.
So all these are built-in storage cabinets. All of these. This is a big closet. This is
So this is probably where a lot of the staff.
and stuff. Yeah, they kept their linens and all the things for the family, and they would just take them as needed. So this is also stored. This is one of Mr. Harper's favorite rooms. This is African art room. We have one more room. We're checking in. Everything in here is authentic. Most of it is African, some is Asian. There's some drums behind the door. And a few items there on the shelf. This is the artist loft. If you're a legitimate artist, you can come here, you can stay here, and you can create art. This will be your space to create art. This right here will be your private bathroom. That's part of the organ which we disassembled when Mr. Harper was here. We took it apart because in the chapel. I don't know if you noticed those pieces of wood. When you go back down.
Yeah.
That's he's gonna make a piece of art out of those pieces of wood which came from the organ because he doesn't plan on having it functional again. So this is the kitchen area, it has everything except the stove, refrigerator, cabinets. This would be the artist's living bedroom. So the artist could actually live here and not pay rent and create art.
Wow.
And this is one of my favorite rooms because of the view.
Oh,
I love the
wow.
outdoors. So I love sun and light and green. So
Beautiful.
So if you have any questions, I can answer questions on our way down. Oh, we're gonna go through this way so you can see the little room. So back then when people were sick, you know, everything was really contagious. It was hard to contain sickness. So this room was a bedroom. This was for the nurse. So if you happen to get sick, you would be in this room. And the nurse would be in that room, so if you called her, if you needed her, or she could come and check on you every few minutes. And this was the bathroom. This porch it had a rail, and that's where they would take whoever was sick out to get sun and fresh air. So they
Wow.
wouldn't have to, intermingle with the rest of the family, but they could get fresh air and everything. So this is the
So
designer.
you would stay here and then the nurse would be over there.
Yep, but it was a bedroom.
And you said this was a designer what?
So every room we went in, the designers redesigned it. So you see how it's blue and white, and then black and white, and then in there. So those designers that work together wanted these two rooms to connect. If you look, you see the black piece on the white wall, and yeah, so they wanted these rooms to connect. So all this is part of those particular designers, and so the light fixtures and everything.
I like the light.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So the Fisher Mansion, do you know what they're doing? If any of the families continuing the legacy?
So there were seven brothers. Two of them burned down. Two were in like Green Acre Sherwood Forest. One is still there. One that Harry Christianers own it. It's down by it's an altar and something.
Wait, one of the Fisher Mansions is in Palmer Woods, right?
Yeah, there were two there, but one burned down. There were seven brothers, so they built them, you know, they have. So there's another one in Boston Edison, and then there's the one still in Sherwood Forest, Palmer Woods area, so that's four. And then there's another one somewhere, because five are still standing.
Are any of them still doing business? Well, I guess they sold it to Jim, so.
Well, so the one that I'm in contact with, his company, excuse me, he does this company helping people keep their wealth.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other one, I forget what he does. But there are two that I'm kind of in contact with.
Awesome. All right, guys, I hope you were inspired as we did this tour today. It was amazing. And you guys know I love history, I love wealth, I love understanding what the wealthy did, how they thought, how they moved. And so, yeah, I know you're totally inspired as I was. So keep watching. You already know how we move. Bye.